What's up, guys? It's Waylon with TeamTwistedDuelist. We haven't been in with you guys for a couple weeks now, but we're starting to get the decks back in together, and I'm here with Scott. Let's see what you got. Last time you see him with his Volcanic decks, and it's about to be another version of them. So what we got here today, bud?
My new Seraph Volcanic build. I love Volcanic, so I've been putting all my work into making the deck even better. I'm going to keep with them until it is no longer playable. So let's go ahead and get to the main deck. Pretty basic for the Volcanics lineup. 3 Rocket, Searcher, basic. Scatter Shot, basically the boss monster of the deck. Destroy the field, burn 15. 3 Shell, it helps keep your searches live, draw power. I only run 2 Royal Firestorm Guards. I only run 2 in the Seraph build because I don't need 3. 2 is just fine. I get them off very well. Going to a Seraph, 3 Scepters, obviously, searching, plus its ability to destroy a card when it's used for a rank. We're using for 3 for a rank. 3 Sovereignty, basic. Bring them on the field, draw a card, then you can use your rank and only be used when you're using 3 for materials. But if you Phoenix Chain them, which is a combo I found, Phoenix Chain them, use them for a rank 2 if you need to, and then you can Phoenix Chain with your Magic Planner. It actually helped me win a couple duels. Still 2 Summoner Monks. Helps you bring out your Scepter or your Rocket if needed. I love to run 2 Effect Veiler. I might actually bump it up to 3. This helps get around Dinko, so you don't get Dinko locked, which is horrible. Or basically anything else. This stops a lot of plays, and it came in handy almost every single time I drew it. So I love my Effect Veiler. That would be the monster lineup.
Question before you go into the spells.
Yeah, right away.
Why no Doomfires anymore?
Doomfire is really good, but with 3 Magic Planners and everything else I have in the deck, Doomfire would be more of a dead draw or not really used as much. Some people could run it, but in my deck it's just really not needed. I have my entire extra deck full of monsters that are better.
Okay, alright, on to the spells, bud.
Of course, 3 Magic Planner. 3 is a must. I was running 1 back in my old Volcanics because it wasn't just as needed. I was wanting more of a burn, but 3 is really needed to get your draw power going, and you don't want dead cards.
Alright.
Of course, 3 Pot of Duality. It doesn't affect me with Seraphs much because the stew takes time to get them both in the hand, and if I have a Summoner Monk, I would just discard the Pot of Duality anyways, so either way, it's always good. 2 Forbidden Lance. It helps either for effect for Summoner Monk, so you can discard it, or if you bring out one of your Seraph boss monsters, you can protect it, make sure it gets its effects off, so it's really great, or help get over monsters like I did in my Infinity matchup, which was really nice. It's always came in handy, so I love Lance. It's one of my favorite cards actually in my new lineup. Of course, 1 copy of Regeki. A Book of Moon. Also, if you play your Firestorm or your Rocket and somebody tries to stop it, you just Book of Moon and get your effects off.
Alright.
So it always comes in handy no matter what you got. For the trap lineup, it's actually a lot less than it usually is, which is surprising for Volcanics. Of course, 3 copies of Reload. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
3 Phoenix Chain. Goes without saying. Yep. It's Phoenix Chain.
Has to.
2 copies of Call the Haunted. You don't need 3. 3 is too cloggy. 2's perfect. You can get reload. You can get your rank 4s on the field to make your rank plays, which is the main part of this, or get your Scepter and get plays going. And they come in handy all the time. So.
Especially with Rocket and Grave, you can bring them out and get that search off again.
And if somebody tries to MST it, you can just bring back a Scatter Shot from your graveyard, burn for 500.
Just to do it.
I've actually won me a game.
Damn.
Yes, it did. That's actually surprising. Copy of Vanities, basic.
Yeah.
Solemn Warren, basic.
Yep.
And same thing with Compulse.
Why not Ring? Since it's a bird deck.
I was running Ring, but with my new build, I'm trying to stay away from me taking damage as much because I don't got that extra trap defense.
Yeah.
So I don't run Ring for that reason. It's not bad, but I usually side it out anyways.
Okay.
So I decided to take it out.
How big is the deck?
It's 42.
42?
Still 42. I still keep it around 42. I just can't figure out 2 things to take out. And the stew goes through so fast that the extra 2 doesn't bother me. I could probably run it at 45 because of how much draw power, but I'm not going to do that.
Let's not risk that.
I'm going to go ahead and go into the side deck before I go into the extra deck, because the extra deck might take a little bit. Side deck, 2 Maxi, basic, draw power.
Draw power for this.
Stellar Knights, Burning Abyss,
Yep,
Flying Sea.
Stop them.
2 Shared Rides for the decks that don't special summon but search a lot more, like Yosenju, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those are just 2 things. Fire Fist. So I keep those in there for that reason. Put my 2 copies of MS-Teen aside. for decks that run back row or bringing stuff against me. Yes. 2 Mind Crush, basic.
Yep.
And of course, 2 Imperial Iron Walls. My Spiritual Beast matchup or Infernoids are Necros too, so they're amazing. And then of course 3 copies of Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, Burning Abyss, anything like that. Shaddolls are too big, so that's everybody hates seeing them, so they don't affect me at all. Let's go ahead and go to the extra deck.
Alright.
I love my extra decks. Probably one of my favorite parts about my deck, actually. Copy of Exciton. Don't get to see him use him as much because I usually have more cards, but he does come in those clinch situations. Emerald. When things don't go your way, if you need to put some stuff back in your deck, Emerald's good for recycling and getting a card off. So Emerald's really amazing to have in the deck still. Castell, basic. Get things off the field you need to get rid of.
Pop.
101, probably my favorite synchro of all time. It comes in handy all the time, and I couldn't run this deck without him.
It says synchro.
Exceed. A little tired. Dark Rebellion, basic get over stuff.
Yep. Smash down.
Ouroboros, amazing for your Star Seraph plays. All 3 effects are just amazing. You got so much you can do with it. Pulse, Mind Crush, in a basic way, and a Rhapsody. So
yeah, exactly.
Delteros, still amazing play. When you overlay and with your Scepter, you destroy a card, plus you destroy another card, so you can't beat that.
Yep.
And you can rank over up to Diamond if you need to.
You're retarded, but yeah.
And speaking of Diamond, of course Diamond. Stops like light swarms or anything, Shaddolls, anything like that. Diamond's really good for that, especially against Shaddolls and Burning Abyss. I played against Shaddolls and won because of Diamond. Potato, obviously to make my plays to get into Pallades or Diamond, which is still really good.
Yep.
As to Pallades is only rank 5 I actually run in this build. Copy of Cowboy for those game moments.
Burns.
Ragnar Zero, basic. Of course, Rhapsody, Abyss Dweller, and Steelswarm Roach.
Alright.
Basic lineup. And I think that does about it for my Volcanic build.
Anything you would change to it, or anything you would add to it?
Just the basic things I said. Mostly the only thing that changes really in it is my side deck, and it depends on the meta. Everything else I think is pretty lock. I do test some things out, but right now I think it's quite perfect. I went 5-0 in my first tournament using it, and went 4-1 my second, losing to when I bricked against Stellar Knights Game 3. Which, it can happen. I didn't brick the rest of the day. I went 2 at everybody but the Stellar Knight player. And that's just only because of bricking. But what can you do?
Alright, well this is Scott with his Star Volcanics, and hopefully we get to say use at events soon.
Yes, sir.
Team Twisted Duelist signing out, guys.